Okay, Dior's here. So forgive me. I've got very limited video editing capabilities at the moment. Before we get started, just want to say I'm glad that Kentucky Ballistics. I'm glad he didn't pass away. That was a pretty traumatic experience. Couldn't imagine what it's like having your own firearm explode and, in your own hands, and actually have pieces of metal going into your torso and through your jugular. So, like, very fortunate man, very lucky to be alive. Yeah, guns can be kind of dangerous, if you're not using them correctly. Obviously, that was just an issue of bad ammunition, not a bad firearm. Anyhow, so enough about that. So I'm going to try my best to do another take on this Winchester shotgun. I was going to see about sending it into the gunsmith to see if they'll cut the barrel down for me, but I'm going to do that myself here at home. So I've already got the barrel marked out here with my blue tape. Now, this blue tape's a little bit further past than what I'd like it to be, but you know what? I'll use that to my advantage. I'll just make my rough cut on the edge of the blue tape here, and then I will basically grind and sand the end of this barrel to a point where I want it to be. Because again, like I said, I'm going to have it stick out maybe about 1/2 to 1/4 inch past the end of this tube mag. So that's what I'm going to do. See if we can't do a quick disassembly of this firearm right here, right now. I'm not going to be able to really show you guys the cutting process, mostly because I don't have the space to set up a camera and tripod. In fact, where I'm doing this right now is not where I want to be doing this. I would rather be doing this in the unattached garage, if at all possible. Well, you know what? Let's extend this. I got this telescoping portion of the tripod to extend out here. Again, I'm not really using my good tripod. My good tripod is MIA, so we're just gonna go ahead, go in. All right, so starting out here, let me get out my handy dandy Winchester multi-tool for my Winchester shotgun. Starting off, because we got this tube mag and barrel brace, we're gonna have to take that off first. All right. So this is actually just finger tight. So that will slide right off. All right. Now, the weapon's already been cleared, so we know it's not loaded. And for those of you who think that this is a live stream, this is not. This is a premiere. For those of you who actually are watching this, this is a premiere. So now we are unscrewing our tube magazine extension here. The barrel of the gun. There goes the spring. Dump out the follower here. There's the follower. I've already separated the barrel from the rest of the firearm. I'm going to have to make some slight modifications to this buttstock, so that will be getting done here. This is where the handy dandy Winchester multi-tool comes into play. Take that screw out. Because we took that out, this is where our Allen screw is. Just gotta get my bit adapter out real quick here. There we go. Let's see if that's the right bit. Yeah, that's the right bit. Okay, so it's a quarter inch bit. Alright, so now I've got that all loosened up. Again, we're going to be fixing this issue right here where it doesn't quite fit very proudly up against the trigger guard. So that's part of the reason why we're taking that off. And of course, I'm going to actually probably chop this down. I'm going to take this hole, I'm going to abandon that hole, I'm going to cut that off, retap, redrill a new hole. A hole that'll match the threads on this screw here, because this was actually supposed to have a machine screw and a square nut, but couldn't get the machine screw and square nut to fit. Alright, so not that it's necessary at this point for me to tear the rest of the gun apart, but for S&Gs we're going to. So I'm going to take the end of my screwdriver here, try to push this here pin out. If it'll let me. Might actually have to go grab my punch. I'm gonna go grab my punch real quick here. Okay, so I got my punch. Not the punch. Gotta be dealing with these things. There we go. Sometimes you need to grab a punch on a rubber mallet. Alright. Pull that pin out. Yeah. Might have to put a little grease on that. Alright, there we go. Put the barrel on the vise. Alright, we're pulling the trigger assembly here. Alright. And we're going to take it off safe real quick here. And this right here is the hammer. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to hold that hammer back, keep it from slapping. There we go. Being that this gun's been out of production for 30 years now, it's going to be very, very difficult, if not downright impossible, to find replacement trigger groups for this. So now let's see. Get our flat blade down here. And boy, it's really kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can get my flashlight out. Inside that receiver, there's a screw right here. Most of these I've ran into have been flat blade, but there might be one or two of them out there that are Phillips. Do not lose this screw. It'd be a bad day. You gotta undo that screw. In order to be able to pull the rest of this gun apart. You also can't put this gun together without that screw. It's a specifically machined screw, special. You cannot it's going to be very difficult to get a replacement unless you're a gunsmith. All right, so with the removal of that screw, should be able to pull the whole bolt, there we go, the whole assembly out. Should be able to slide out now that the screw's out of the way. Oops. And that's what I was trying to prevent. That piece that just launched out, that was part of the ejector. And it just ejected itself out of the gun. That's another key piece you don't want to lose. So, inside. Alright, well, it's a good thing this isn't a live stream, because it seems like anytime you try to do a live stream and you think everything's going to be good and you don't get interrupted, you get interrupted. So I got interrupted about 5 or 6 times. But anyhow, we're on the next step. Just so we're aware, I put all my parts and pieces, all the small parts and pieces in the Ziploc baggie, because I don't want to lose my stuff. Again, trying to get replacement parts with this shotgun is going to be pretty hard. So as you can see, I've got my barrel clamped down in the vise. Just tighten it down just a touch more. I got my handy dandy rag around this because I don't want this thing getting marred up. So we're gonna be using a reciprocating saw. Well, I guess people would argue this is a jigsaw. Don't matter. Still got a reciprocating blade. We're gonna cut literally right here on the edge of the tape. Like I said, the tape sticks out a little bit past from where I'd actually like to have this thing cut down, but that'll work for me because I'll be able to grind this down and sand it smooth. So we're gonna start like such. We're gonna start slow. I'm gonna turn the speed up just a tad. Yeah. And we're going to turn it up some more. There we go. Cut through it just like butter. Now, I'm going to have to, that's the end of the barrel we don't need no more. I'm going to be taking this rib off. That's going to be a little bit more tricky. Let's see. Now, I will have to hand it to my one subscriber, Aid. I came up with a great idea to try to cut this off with a pipe cutter. Problem is, we got this rib that's in the way, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut this rib off. Yeah, otherwise I would have used the pipe cutter. It would have been a much cleaner cut. Still would have had to crown the barrel. I'm still going to have to crown it now. This is still, I mean, this is jagged, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So. Let's see if we're going to clamp it maybe around the barrel lug. I don't know. That's probably not a smart idea. probably have to clamp it like this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Clamp it like that. And let me remind you guys, again, this is not a live stream. This is a premiere video, so again, YouTube are a bunch of little assholes when it comes to allowing me to be able to do gun maintenance related stuff. Might be better to use a hacksaw. This is going to be difficult as hell to do. I'm going to get a hacksaw. Alright. The only reason why I'm going to try to see if I can hacksaw this, because I don't want to bugger this up any more than what I already had. Plus I have no control. If I turn that down. Let's see about trying this one last time. I'm going to turn the power down just a touch. Cut through that first one with the hacksaw is not an issue, but when it comes to the second one, having issues with the barrel getting in the way. Turn my turn the power up just a skosh. Sorry. Readjust that. There you go. this is going to be the toughest part, is trying to get these dang ribs. But you guys get the basic premise. I got to cut all of these. I got 3 down. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. So I'll show you guys what's going on next. All right, so I got all of them, with the except for the last 2. I was able to slide the rest of the rail off. This is what's left of the rail. I had to cut it in half to get it off. I'm going to grab my angle grinder and we're going to buzz all these off. I'm going to leave this forwardmost rib up there still, and I'm going to use that as a marker for my bead sight. Alright, be right back. Let's see, we're going to clamp it this way here. Alright, let's see if we can get her repositioned here. So, we're angle grinding all of these off. And let's see, we're gonna see about crowning this barrel just a bit. Okay. All right, so that right there is a barrel. Gonna do a little bit more to crown it. I'm gonna get my files. I got a round file. Ooh, that's still